Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's right, I actually made it from morning turnips. It actually happened. Hey Butterbean, I want to get back to my hometown and see the peeps from the old days. I went back to my hometown to see my peeps from the old days. Honey, I remember them as being way wilder than they are now. But I guess I've settled down too, huh? And we'll do that to you. Think about life, Diva. Yeah, life does that to you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's fine to mellow out as you age, as long as you never lose that little spark of madness we're all given. Like, you always want to hang on to that. But it's fine to mellow out and chill a bit, and, you know. Got three of the girls right here. Peanut, how are you, Tall Nut? Let's stop. Probably not a healthy idea to stay in this rain too long. Yeah, probably not, but I gotta do daily stuff. Choo-choo! Staying trendy, Twinkles. I wanna chat. I'm practicing striking a pose. I could tell. It's an important skill. Never known you might need to pose. That is fair. We got a thing. Bug off. Let's see if I can actually remember this one, because I forgot about this one. I just need to actually remember this one. I don't have anywhere near as much going on, so it works. You're up early, Queen. Good morning. Let's talk. Been by some time. Working on a new spice cake recipe. What's that face for? Sounds good. That's what it's for. Now we do need to find Daisy May. Wherever she's hiding away. Seems like a new bush is coming in. Should be pretty nice. I don't really want to... Well, my inventory's already full of crap, and I've already started digging up fossils. I've got time. I don't need to rush. I'm still figuring out how I want to go about streaming and stuff. Like, part of me wants to, like, keep to what I've been doing, which is, like, noon to 5:30, that sort of thing. But I feel like maybe streaming for less time might be better. Like, it's one of those things of, I've had in my head, like, man, I need to be streaming longer and longer, and I need to, like, you know, get to the point where I'm streaming, like, 7-8 hours a day. And it's like, but do I really, though? Like, seriously, do I actually need to do that? And the answer is no. Like, the streamers I do watch myself either do effectively streaming as the only thing they do, and more or less it is a full day-long thing, but they have like half-hour to hour-long intermissions in their stream where it's just an intermission. They're not actively there streaming, they're off doing stuff. And that's only if they actually stream that long. A lot of the time they just don't, you know. And then there's others where, like, the longest they'll go is, like, maybe 3 hours. And it's like, yeah, even I don't watch streams as long as I've been doing. So why am I doing that? So, you know. As much as I still have time today, depending on how long this recording goes, to stream at my normal time, and then, well, yesterday for the stream. Time is a funny thing. But like, I hope you guys know what I mean when I mention that by now. Like, I am on yesterday for you guys. There she is. Alright, what's the damage? It's been a long time since I bought. What's the damage? 101. Okay. So I'm going to need basically 460,000 bells. Got it. But, yeah, like... I can join the Dark Brotherhood. Something I always unintentionally did at playing Oblivion. Or at least get my invite to the Dark Brotherhood. Because, like, after a while, I figured out what I was doing with it, because I wasn't putting any thought into... These pants are always just so... Why would anyone ever wear something like this? But, I'd have to lose my glasses. Nah, I wouldn't be able to see... I wouldn't be able to see crap. But, like, when I first played Oblivion, I wasn't putting any thought into anything I was doing. Like, at all. I was also decently young, so, like, that kind of explains why, you know, it wasn't bothering. Steven, I just wanted to say thank you for always being there to help Label. She talks about you all the time, you know. She says the outfits you pick out are always super inspiring. And she runs back here and starts sketching furiously. It's wonderful to see. Does so much for all three of us. Thank you from the roots of my quills. You're very welcome. But, not far away from Cyrodiil, the main city, there was a tavern along one of the roads that you could go to that, assuming you hadn't killed them yet, there was two, as far as I've ever been able to tell, useless NPCs, like they don't have a quest or anything tied to them, who, always wear a higher level armor set than what your level would reasonably say you'll be finding. So, like, if your level, I think it's like level 5 or 6, they'll be wearing, like, glass and dwarven armor. And one of them will be wearing light armor, the other will be wearing heavy armor. And you can just kind of stalk them through the little tavern, and then kill them at night. And take their armor. It's great. So, like, I would always do that. But committing a murder is what makes the Dark Brotherhood send you their invite. Duskwalker, great to see you. Let's chat. Swing by sometime. Working on a new rainbow sherbet recipe. What's that face for? Sounds good. I helped someone make a sherbet gift. Only it wasn't sherbet the food, it was sherbet the rabbit. Or more bunny. Rabbits, bunnies, same thing, I think, pretty sure. Which also, if you wonder why, for a short while, my videos were not the same visual quality they have been. Whoops. I had to change my video profile. Well, I didn't have to, but I was trying to make it, like, 480p, and Vegas doesn't have that, so I instead rendered this GIF I did at 720, and then forgot to turn it back to 1080p. So I've been exporting at 720 for a while. Hi, Steven, honey. It's the latest. Really love the way the air smells after it rains, honey. I love the way it smells before it rains, too. It's pretty nice. It's so nice having a game acknowledge that, yeah, the air does change in smell. I've had so many people be like, no, it doesn't. It's like, yes, it does. How are my senses that much better than everyone else's? I mean, I have a pretty good idea, and it's called I spent most of my childhood outside, where a lot of people, even back in the quote-unquote good old days, didn't. So, you know. Because, like, sure, you might, like, your parents might be like, well, you know, when I'd get home from school, I'd go grab my bike and immediately go biking around places and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all. I didn't stay in the school. I left. I was out wandering the town. Like, I think the only times I wouldn't do that was if it was actually, like, downpouring. I wouldn't do that then. But that's only because I didn't have an umbrella. Freckles! Didn't think I'd see you this early in the morning. Want to chat? I lived at home. My room was a total grody storm. Oh, we cleaned up nice little. Once you grow up, you have to do everything like for yourself. So now I fight the grody storm. Good job. Proud of you, Pinky. Like, I definitely spent more time outside than even people, you know, 100 or so years ago. Just simply because I was skipping school so much. Like, and it's not like I was particularly going places. Most of the time, I was going to a graveyard and sitting. That's what I was doing. Like, it was peaceful. Like, no one's gonna bother you at a graveyard. Like, that's just how it is, so. It was fairly practical. Now, I'm gonna add this to the end of this little mentioning of stay in school. Get your grade 12, or / graduate, whatever the equivalent is for wherever you're watching from. Finish school. You will regret not finishing. And that doesn't mean, like, go to college or whatever. It just means get your high school. Get that piece of paper that says, hey, I am legally as smart as a 12th grader. Whether you actually are or not doesn't matter. As long as you have that piece of paper, which they keep making easier and easier to get. Alright. Bruce. Give me my coffee, my man. I could use it this morning. Probably been a long time since you guys heard my voice this groggy, but it's because I just got out of bed. I could have been up so much sooner. But, like, every time I'd wake up today, I would, like, roll over and put on a video to wake up to. And then my brain would be like, ooh, sleep time. So, the sleep bank was definitely catching up with me. Like, it really wanted me to go back to sleep. And, yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Oop, someone's coming in for coffee. Isabel! Little cutie. Good morning, Stephen. You know, we're always seeing you at resident services, but you should visit us more. I mean, I could, but there's not much to do at resident services. Plus, I know you just want to chew me out for abandoning Sapphire, but I'm sure the new mayor is doing just fine. Enjoy your coffee. The new mayor, clearly new secretary, given you've come here, like... That just gave me an idea that I kind of hope... I don't know how it would work completely in practice. Imagine next Animal Crossing game. As long as you have save data for New Horizons on your Switch, Isabel recognizes you, or, like, you get the opportunity to, like, transfer your character, kind of thing. One or the other. And then, like, back in your New Horizons save, like, there's a new secretary kind of thing. That would be kind of neat. Like, they could basically just have, like, new NPCs taking over all of the New Horizons shops once you get this new game. That would be kind of neat. I actually think I would kind of like that. And, like, my brain is like, that could definitely work, because it worked for Splatoon. Like, anyone who's played, like, Splatoon 3 with the expansion stuff and been back to the older cities and seen, like, oh, hey, the NPCs are different. You know, because, like, Sheldon is working in the newest town now. So, you know, his children are running the other two weapon shops. That sort of stuff. And, like, they tended to change... Well, they didn't tend... Like, sometimes they would change out the NPCs running shops. Caroline be thunkin'. Ambler, can you help? I'm having no luck at all catching a horse mackerel. I'll see what I can do. Thank you so much. I knew I could count on you. I mean, usually I catch a ton of them, but I haven't been catching all that many horse mackerels lately. I think they heard me talking about how bad they were, and they just stopped showing up. But I will have to do that after I buy my turnips. But yeah, I feel like that would just be pretty cool, all things considered. Like, actually having an Animal Crossing game acknowledge that another one existed, kind of thing. Get my umbrella out. Gotta rep my workers. I am the president of Funny Bone Factory, after all. You know, I gotta rep my workers. Show them I appreciate them. Show them that they're the ones keeping me going, keeping me dry while they get soaked, and, you know. 100 miles! Yeah! Alright. Now, I'm just gonna get out this, because that'll more than guarantee I've got enough money. My brain was like, boss, we don't remember the exact number you need, but it's more than just the amount, which I'm now actually thinking this may not have been enough, because I'm going to be buying 2,400 then 2,400, so I needed 48, and it's 1, so I gotta add an extra bell to each. And Daisy May's wandered off. I don't want to pick up the bottle in case it's a recipe I can't learn. I need all the space I can get. Where'd you go, you little crap? There she is. Okay. I do want to buy 2,400. Okay, no, I'll have enough. It's pretty close, but I'll have like 1,000 bells left over. So I pretty much hit it spot on what I needed. Good. I cannot math today. Yeah, I'm also definitely trying to still think of, like, what am I even gonna stream? You guys will know, because I've already streamed it. That was yesterday for you guys, but... Because, like, part of me wants to do Phantasy Star, but, like, I also kind of want to do other stuff. Like, I still kind of want to stream Marvel Heroes, just to see if anyone's interested in that sort of stuff. I am still a little bummed that they're gonna do a wipe for, 1.0, but... That does tell me that 1.0 is going to be a pretty substantial update, so... Which is pretty cool, so... And, you know, I've got until next year to play around with stuff, because, like, they don't have a set date yet. It's just, it'll be next year at some point. So, you know. I also gotta say, it is wild being back into a pre-Marvel Cinematic Universe Marvel. And, like, having voices that, in my opinion, match the characters so much better. Because they're closer to the animated series voices. Like... Because that's kind of the thing when you do live action. You either pick a voice or pick a face that matches a character. You can't really do both. Now, there are some movie things in Marvel Heroes, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe is pretty old. I think the latest movie at that time was the Star-Lord movie. So, Star-Lord is pretty... stupid. You might be able to tell I don't much care for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I would have greatly preferred if they had done a Marvel Animated Universe and made animated movies. But I also understand why they didn't. Ooh, I need to go on this rant now. So, the main reason why they did not do an animated movie series for their movies was because, for whatever reason, the general idea is if it's animated, it's for kids. I want you to think of how stupid that sounds. Even without going to the obvious adults-only answers. Family Guy. It's animated, that's a kid's show now. No. No, it is not. Kids watch it, they shouldn't. Rick and Morty. Yeah, it's a kid's show. No, it's not. Again, kids watch it, they shouldn't. But they do. Like... It's... You know, it's just such a stupid thing. Which is why there is such a push for live-action things. And it's because these companies want a more mature adult audience. They don't want a kid audience. But, like, even going to comic stuff, like the Justice League shows, those were teen to adult. Those were not kids' shows. Teen Titans was the kids' show. Which is a little ironic when you consider the name of the show was Teen Titans. But, you know. Like, it just gets so frustrating. Because when you're doing an animated show, you've got the design, the look you want. You just need to find a voice that fits it. Which is so much easier than finding someone who both looks and sounds like what the character should be. And if those movies end up being successful, well, that then necessitates a change in design for the character so that it looks like the actor. Which I kinda hate when that happens. Like, it's one of those things where, Deadpool in the comics looks like the dude who plays Deadpool in the movies. He just does now. He didn't before, but he does now. And it's like, okay, what happened? You know, where's the lore explanation here? And I know with Deadpool, the lore explanation would just simply be Deadpool looking at the camera and going, hey, I'm a different guy now. But that's not good enough. I want the actual lore here. Why is he suddenly not himself anymore? Are there two Deadpools now? Are we getting a Deadpool clone saga? That would actually maybe be amusing. If I could cast straight down, that would be amazing. Like, it's also very much a case of doing a live-action movie kind of limits your scope. Because, like, okay, let's imagine a big event. I mean, heck, let's go back to the big Thanos event. There were a lot of heroes there. Yeah, there were. Would you believe me if I told you there was, like, double, triple that amount in the actual comics? Because it's kind of funny, when you're only drawing the character and you don't have to find an actor for them and then you do makeup and costuming, it's a lot easier to have a large group of heroes. Not every one of these heroes actually did something. That's the thing. Blast from the past to Colasanth. And there goes my fishing rod. Hey, Caroline, you want a Colasanth instead? Pretty rare. Gotta go buy a new fishing rod now. I kind of like how I've got my little roads set up, but going back to my country roots, I rarely actually follow them. But, like, it's so... I don't have the money. I need to sell these fish. I mean, I don't need any of these fish, so it's fine. Alright, give me some bells, boys. Thank you, boys. Alright. Ducky! And, like, I have nothing overly against live-action movies, it's just animated ones are better for scope, scale, and especially for adapting a drawn medium. You know, like, if you want to do a live-action movie of, like, I don't know, and Superman, it's fine. If you just want to keep the scope to Superman. Because if you're keeping the scope to the Man of Steel, well, okay, you might include one of the other main heroes, but let's be real, you're probably just going to be including Soup, Luthor, Brainiac, Lois Lane. There's your primary cast. You're golden. Maybe even get Solomon Grundy in there too. But, like, you know, as long as you're keeping your scope narrow, you're good. Because, well, you're only doing that one thing. It doesn't really matter that you don't have a massive cast of characters because it's not really a big event. It works. The problem then comes when you then move into, like, a Batman movie, then a Green Lantern movie, and then this movie and that movie, and then you're like, hey, we want to do an event with all these characters. And then you start doing it and realize, oh wait, we don't have all that many characters now, do we? Because the scopes have been so small. Let's just do the movie anyway. It just doesn't have the same impact as a big, a crisis event in the comics would have. Meanwhile, if it had been animated the whole time, then they could be planning ahead from the beginning, having a lot of these extra characters just be in the show or background characters beforehand, the shows or movies, and, you ultimately end up with a much better end product. I see a fish. I'm having no luck on catching a horse mackerel, jeez. And, like, I fully get people do like the various Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Like, I get that. They're not for me. They just don't feel grand. They don't feel like what they're trying to be. It doesn't help that they also, like, massively changed up a lot of the storylines. So, And there's also some of the storylines they've done where the storyline was so stupid in the first place, I don't care to see how they've changed it. Like, Marvel's Civil War stuff. Like, literally, that storyline, if you want to know how dumb all of that was. So, the super being, the Superhero Registration Act, one was voluntary. And 2, only required the heroes to reveal their identity to S.H.I.E.L.D., effectively revealing it to the government. And not even SWORD, not the offensive part of the government. S.H.I.E.L.D., the defensive part. The part that works to protect, not attack. Which should already explain to you right there how freaking stupid Tony was being by making heroes reveal themselves to the public. Like, they didn't need to do that at all. That is not what S.H.I.E.L.D. wanted at all, because they understood the risks. Like, yeah, I just don't really care about the message bottle today. I just want to find this horse mackerel. And then, like, it's a case of almost all of the heroes who agreed to reveal themselves. There's a horse mackerel. Were already publicly known. Like, Tony Stark was like, everyone knew he was Iron Man. The villains knew. The public knew. He didn't try to hide it. So of course he was in favor of everybody else having to be like him. He's freaking Tony. He's a rich, egotistical jerk that you're not supposed to like. That's the whole point of Tony Stark. You're not supposed to like him, people. Peanut, my home's your home, Tallnut. I brought you something. I brought you your horse mackerel. So excited you got my horse mackerel. Thank you, I got you a small gift because you said you'd do this. Oh, I don't need anything. You can use a Shimyao vest. What even is a Shimyao vest? Oh, it's that. Nah, I prefer the waistcoat. Gotta say. I prefer waist in my coat. But, like, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember the exact timeline of events, but I'm pretty sure this was also back when Tony was a severe alcoholic because his suit ran on alcohol. Yes, that was a thing. Before the storyline Demon in a Bottle, Tony was an alcoholic. Complete through and through. Like, which is where the running joke on, if any of you have watched the comic reviewer Linkara, the running joke of Tony always having a slurred voice comes from, is because he was a raging alcoholic. His suit was powered by alcohol that he had to consume to power it. Like, this is something he intentionally designed. You know, this is the character people are like, oh man, Iron Man's so cool. It's like, he's not, though. He's a belligerent drunk. Why are you finding a drunkard cool? Like, and the answer there is, oh, but the actor who played him in the Marvel movies. Like, yeah, that doesn't... Guys. So really, the answer tends to be the live-action Marvel movies. It's like, well, yeah, that's because they couldn't portray Tony as Tony. While doing things where he would have been a drunk in storyline, they couldn't make him a drunk in the movies. Because that would have changed the age ratings of their movies, and they didn't want to do that. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. I do thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow as we start our turnip journey yet again. See you all then.